What's going, y'all? What's going, y'all? What's going on, y'all? It's K Talk up in here. And so I realized I need to start doing topics like individually, and that's what we're gonna go over today. I'm sitting in my car right now. And so about human concepts, which you already know from the introduction, that everything that we see, know, hear about, think about, it all came from humans, and it was just changed over history. Because however we see it today, it was back then too. It was just something different. And since we already know everything came from something, it's so important that we slow down and think about, is this really what this is? Like, let me understand my life, everything that's going on in it. Like, does this shit even really matter? And so, we all know that we're on a planet in the middle of nowhere and nobody can understand why. It's just weird, And then on this small ass planet, we got, social media, we got movies, we got, just games, everything we do down here, like, and yeah, it is enjoyable, but like, you know what I'm saying? I want my answer. Like, what's going on? And so what I came to realize is that if we take out all of those, everything that we've ever been through as well, because those are also human concepts. Humans produce, even animals produce emotions as well, but we don't really copy them, and we didn't really gravitate towards those type of emotions from them. It don't work that way. It came from us. We got that from humans, and it's just passed down so many fucking times. It just don't stop so many times. And so once we realize that, to see what is really what, let me throw all that out of the way. Everything that I've ever thought, I used to be like, things used to believe, let's just throw it all away for now, because we need a clean slate, a clean mind, the same way you were when you were first born, with no knowledge. And so that just makes you have curiosity. Same way that you have that stage once you're getting older from a little kid, that your curiosity starts happening. And also as well, we will touch on religion, because religion has such a big impact on our lives. People die over that stuff. No lie. Like, you've probably never heard of somebody in your life. People die over this stuff. This stuff is not no joke. And you can say it's not that important. I mean, it's very important. You're on this planet just like me, and you can't even explain it, but you settle with that. Like, that's some movie stuff. Some people that don't know where they're from, this, that, they're trapped somewhere. Like, we live in that. This don't make sense, man. Like, just let it settle in. It don't feel right. And if like, you just tell somebody 100% don't feel right at all, they're like, man, you just need to chill. Just, it is what it is. It's like, nah, fuck all that. Nah. You tripping. Like, you tripping. And so, yeah, so about religion, as well as I also didn't mention this in the introduction, about the forefathers, how they put what they wanted into the Bible. There were also books of the Bible that are not in there anymore, and I didn't talk about them. And it's called the Apocrypha, and it has a whole bunch of lost books. Characters in the Bible that you've heard of: Enoch, Thomas, Judas, the book of Thomas is very interesting. A lot of Christians have never heard it. And remember, yeah, because I'm always stick with that. Okay, Talk, we always sticking with everything is human concepts. But we got to think about Jesus Christ. He's different, man. Like that one person from all these other religions, Buddha, this, that. Jesus is different. Like, it's so much controversy when it comes to the dude. Like, so we can't throw that to the side. Like, and it's just so weird, because the stuff he talks about in the book of Thomas is so different than what we hear in the regular Christian Bible. And I know a lot of people talk about how it's really just a bunch of metaphors and stuff, but to a certain extent, I can believe that, but to a certain extent, I can't, because there's so many things we can't explain in this life that happened a long time ago. Like, I brought up the Pyramid of Giza in the introduction. And so what I meant by that about crazy things about the pyramid is that how it was built. You know, an individual block can weigh 28 tons. Like one of the blocks on the Pyramid of Giza, 28 tons. They didn't have that type of technology. If I remember, our current day, like 2022, our current day cranes can lift 18 tons. So how the hell did some Egyptians do that all the way back then, and how tall it is already? Perfect symmetry, lying true north. It's like lined up with Orion or something. I'll get back to y'all about that. It's just not possible. Like, miss me with all that. They knew what they was doing. It's perfectly aligned how it was supposed to be. Like, so many weird things. And then it don't make sense. And I understand about when we talked about the Halafs, the Ubaidians, those really aren't heard of like that because we don't know much about them as we do about Sumerians. Like, Sumerians were really started, but scattered across Mesopotamia, you have figurines everywhere. And like, and it's also a place called Göbekli Tepe. And so, well, we found it, and it was dated about 10 years ago, 10,000 years ago. It's so interesting because they think it's like a religious place. We're not really that sure yet, but like, something is going on about our past we just don't have, and we need that answer so we can understand stuff. All the way back to the Yarmoukins, we got these characters with the coffee bean eyes, and now we fast forward all the way here. We got a snake in the tree. It is something that's repeating, and the Christian Bible contradicts itself. And I also, before I was on my journey with all of this, and I found out that religions repeated themselves, I was first, I wasn't really into the Christian stuff no more. I always grew up around Christian stuff. But when I got to, like, about 2 years ago, it came back to me. And so, because, like, I heard this Christian rap song, and I was like, because, like, I used to hear that when I was little. And so I started getting back into that, just learning. And I started, honestly, I thought I was really feeling God. I'm not lying. But everything that I went through helped me understand at this moment what was really going on. It's your emotion. Your mind is powerful. We don't even understand the mind all the way. We try to. It's so complicated. It's so complicated. Like, I remember I watched this one video. Dude was talking about how they put a petabyte. That's huge. That's bigger than a terabyte. The petabyte in a gram of DNA. 1 petabyte. So imagine your whole brain. Like, our brain is gigantic. Like, it's a gigantic storage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But like I was saying, after I got done, or I started understanding stuff about the Christianity, you know what I'm saying? Even at that time, I still always question myself. Like, okay, why do I believe? Like, why? Because, like, I look at the sky. I mean, I know somebody got to create this. I look at my body. I got 2 hands. You know what I'm saying? I got my nose in the perfect place, my eyes, my lips. I have, eyelashes, so shit don't get in my eyes. Like, this shit was purposely done. You know what I'm saying? So we was clearly designed. Like, this is some movie shit we live in. But people I just don't know. And the type of people that talk about this, even me, they just look at us like, okay, let me just move on. Like, because they doing it. People need to just slow down and understand. Life is weird. And it's a lot of things that make you just blind to that. The system is one of them. Major. Like, so after my journey with Christianity, I came across a guy named Israel Anderson. And he touched on some different stuff I've never heard in my life. And it really changed my mental state. And it was basically about Yahweh in the Old Testament. And so Yahweh is really Satan. And he would go in depth talking about evidence from the Bible. I saw it myself. His name is Israel Anderson. You can look him up. I literally saw it. I watched all his videos, understood what he was saying. It was nuts. I already knew a little bit about the Anunnaki, but then he brought it back up to me And I was like, okay, so I need to get back on that. And so, yeah, after all of that, after I watched all his videos, and I found out that, you know, he was saying Yahweh is Satan in the Old Testament. And so I remember when we got to Luke, he had a video about the book of Luke, and I did not watch it yet. I was doing my own research, trying to understand stuff. And so I come across when Jesus came, took Peter and them up to the mountain, and then Jesus changed form. And after that, he saw Elijah and Moses. And now I got a reverse. In the Old Testament, Yahweh is Satan. He killed Moses. And I know you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. You have to go watch what he's talking about. It'll blow your mind. And the better information you have, the broader aspect you can have of everything. You can't be closed-minded with stuff and try to talk your truth. It don't work like that. You have to see other points of views. It has to be factual though, and that was factual, because when I was watching, I'm like, bro, like this can't be true, man. I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I watched it about 3-4 months ago. I can't remember everything he was talking about, but that's why I'm telling you guys. Israel Anderson. Start from there and just go. You're gonna get your mind blown, I promise you. And like, I know we got work and stuff, but take time at y'all days to do this stuff. We got one life. At least understand it. Like, at least understand it. Just learn some stuff. And since we got one life, who want to be living ignorant, you know? At least know. We got a mind for a reason. And yeah, like, after I learned all of that, I was so confused in my head. I didn't really know what to believe at that point, because it was like, God saying this, the Bible literally saying Yahweh is Satan though. I'm like, boy, like, what's going on? And so that's when I started going really in depth on everything. I said, put all this stuff away. We gonna understand every single religion that came before this stuff, because this ain't gonna work. Like, it's like a long math problem. So it's like 2 + 3 + 3 + 4 plus just a whole bunch of pluses. And so we trying to get the answer at the end. And one number was changed. Let's say the answer was supposed to be 89. And a number was changed at the beginning of the 1 + 2 + 3. So the answer in the end wasn't 89 no more. It was 92. Like, so all them numbers, they was good. Everything was good. But that one number changed everything about the problem. That's what's going on right now. That's why I'm going all the way to the back, to the start. Because something changed, and now, because like, it's still with us, clearly. We got the same type of stories going on. But something happened. You know what I'm saying? It's lost to history. It pissed me off. I don't think it's lost to history forever, though. Because the answers, listen, y'all, the answers is literally under our feet. Like, under your house, it don't matter where you at. Answers is deep, deep under the ground. Like, the Sahara Desert used to be an ocean. We found fucking big whales. Like, big whale skeletons. Like, it used to be an ocean. Like, if we just would get a big crane, just get all that sand out the way and find something. Like, people don't care. Like, all this money. We building the Empire State, Wiz Khalifa, this, that. And I don't care if the Empire State Building was built way back then. Y'all was still doing stuff way back then. Y'all could have got a big crane, got all that stuff out the way. Find some stuff. Let us understand, because we only know about 5 to 8% of our ocean, our entire ocean. I kid you not, 5% to 8% of our entire ocean we only know. So imagine what we gonna find out in our lifetime. It ain't shit, not shit. Like, and that's the other thing that gets to me. We won't be able to live to find out every single thing. Hopefully we do. We find out something big in our lifetime, but I don't see it. And all this other stuff going on in the world that just don't even matter. Like, don't nobody care about our existence as much as they should. It is people that do care. And yeah, also I would like y'all to always, drop y'all comments, thoughts, anything. because, you know what I'm saying, we in this together. I'm just here doing my part, trying to, you know, shed some light on this stuff. We live in the third dimension. And so everything we see around us is third dimensional. The fourth dimension is where light lives. I know we can see light, but we're not really seeing it how it's supposed to be saw. We just seeing the visible light. So our consciousness is a part of us. We're connected. It's like a male plug and a female plug, and boom, you know what I'm saying? Bonded. It's one. When we die, our consciousness does not die. And we already understand that we are made of light. So imagine what's gonna happen once we die, you know? A lot of people don't get very deep with this. Like, you just gotta think about it. Our whole life, everything that happens, though it is a chance that everything happens in his life will matter when we die, but it's a small chance. Like, let's put our emotions, let's put our human conscience, let's put all that aside. Let's look at an animal. They're no different than us. They just have a smaller brain, so they're not capable of doing what we do. Like, they are hungry, they have emotions, all that type of stuff. We got to take all that out the picture. Like, when an animal dies, it just dies, and we don't care. You know, we drive past a deer on the road, we don't think nothing about it. It was an animal that died. Nigga, we an animal. You know what I'm saying? We just got a bigger consciousness, so we saying we better. Nah, they ain't dying. You know what I'm saying? And we can literally stop us from dying better than they can. Over so long, we just, like, we ain't dying. Like, who cares about everything else? We gonna be the ones that's living. So just, like, we did not used to have this conscious state, man. Like, this shit happened a few thousand years ago. We did not have this shit, man. I remember one time my mama said, you know, I want to go back to the caveman days. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that I want to go back to the caveman days. I want to go back to the time when everything just was what it was, so I can understand what really is. It's that simple. It's hard to believe stuff these days, because it's like, what if it wasn't this, though? Like, what if all of this is just wrong and I have no choice but to just keep going with it because I'm living it? That's stupid, bro. Like, it's real dumb. I understand we got to work and stuff because that's how we keep this country running. But let's just remember how this country was made, you know? You know what I'm saying? My ancestors, black people, was, you know, put on ships. If they got sick or something, they just threw their ass off the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go down deep in the ocean. Let's find our history. I know we're gonna find a whole bunch of black folk, for one. It's probably why they don't want to do it. See, I ain't even gonna do all that. It's the truth, though. Europeans did do that to us. After that, you know, we working in the fields and stuff. All these big companies that are here today, all these big white-owned companies, we're the ones that was in the field providing for them to become that big company they is today. And now they got, you know, commercials and stuff. Everybody smiling, you know what I'm saying? Got that one black person, everything good, life good. You think about it in your mind while you're watching the commercial. Like, man, you only got one black person. And then after the commercial is over, it's a new one. You don't even think about it no more. It's working in the back of our mind. Like, they spitting right in our face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even like to talk about race because, you know what I'm saying, I always like to stay back in time because back then there wasn't no racists. You know what I'm saying? So I just threw all that away. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing but a human concept that came and it never should. It never should have. You know what I'm saying? It never should have came. But it is what it is now. I have no choice but to live with it. But yeah, y'all let me know what next topic I should talk about. I was thinking about going in depth on the Bible, especially when it comes to the stories in the Bible. And I'll tell you exactly where they came from. The story I got in Revelations that I know about, I have never heard nobody else say it. Nowhere. I swear, nowhere. Try to look it up. You won't see it anywhere in the world. No lie. This is just a little bit on here how we need to slow down and throw everything out our mind that we think we know and just go straight in depth with all research, learning, understanding why shit is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got all these different genre of people. Got the country people, we got the street people, we got the nerds, we got the, you know what I'm saying, all these type of people. And it's like, you putting a human concept, a human label on yourself, and now you gotta live that way? Come on. You on a planet, and you don't even know the hell you at. You ain't gotta be nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be nothing. But then again, it's not even that you choose to be that. It matters how you grow up, you know? But you can always change. That's up to you, though, when you get to a certain age. And, you know, I used to be wild. I ain't gonna lie. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. I looked at the sky like at night, and it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I feel like I'm in a fucking movie. Like, what is this? Is this a simulation? Like, that's another thing. You have to understand, like, everything, like the Bible even said it. It said that we are made in the reflection of God. You have to, and see, I don't care about that. Take it as a metaphor. No, slow down. Just think about it. The very fact that we have movies and TV, that's a reality. Like, we created our own reality. We got the actors. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Just like we in this reality right now. Where did that concept come from? Think about it. The concept of a movie, that thought, that can only come because we're in the reflection of something else. We literally made a reality. Call of Duty, that's a whole reality. You know what I'm saying? We're reflecting, we're copying somebody, something. Like it's so much truth in the Bible. I don't look at it as scriptures. I look at it as a resource, a valuable, one of the best resources. Because remember, the Roman Empire are the ones that shaped the Christian Bible. The Roman Empire took over civilizations. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what they took from other people? And we already see ancient stories in other civilizations in the Bible. And so it just gives me the question, like it's something, like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? We got to figure that out. So yeah, y'all deep dive and y'all research, you know what I'm saying? We can do this together. Like, this is something, like, people just should care about more, you know what I'm saying? Because everything that's going in our life, it don't matter, though. It really don't matter. Just live your life. Try to love yourself and be happy. Be around people, or just be around nobody, you know? Like, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Jesus said in the book of Thomas, one of the abandoned Bibles, lost Bibles, he straight up said, "Blessed are the solitaries." Solitaries means someone that is, you know, secluded, away. And it's not, you don't even got to be depressed or nothing. You just like being by yourself because you have clarity about stuff. You have time to think. And yeah, like, it's just your point of view on life. And I also, you know what I'm saying, I'm touching on Buddhism a lot, understanding it. And I understand that Alan Watts says it's a dialogue, and I see where he's coming from. But at the same time, I mean, it is still a religion, though. And so, you know, Buddhism, they focus on nirvana, and that's being free from desire, free from all. You know what I'm saying? Clear mind. Like, it's not even that you want a clear mind, because that's wanting something. You don't want nothing. See, wanting nothing is wanting something. You're just nirvana. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some different stuff. And yeah, it's some different stuff. But yeah, just do what you love. You know what I'm saying? Forget all the things that go on in this world, because it don't matter. It's just a human concept. Do whatever you want. And I know it's hard sometimes. It's really hard sometimes, because this world run off money. So you can't always do what you want. And that's the thing about it. We get stuck in that trap, the rat race that a lot of people are in, that we just can't get out the job. We got to provide. It stresses us out, and we don't got time to, you know, think about reality. I mean, when we do think about it, it's like, fuck this life. Like, this shit's tiring. And yeah, it's understandable, because it is. And everybody got to be optimistic all the time. I'm not an optimist. No, I don't like that. Sometimes I will be, but I don't like being optimistic. I'd rather be a realist. Sometimes I'm a fatalist, but more realist. And so, yeah. So I'm going to get out of here. This K Talk, you know what I'm saying? Just drop y'all comments, like, subscribe, whatever. Just let me know what y'all think. I'll catch y'all on the next one.